Okay, so I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to re-upload the 200 sub special, because the ending got messed up, which, in my opinion, was the most important part, but I've decided I am gonna re-upload it, especially since it didn't get a ton of views the first time anyway. It'll probably go back up after this video. Okay, so there's a lot going on with KATSEYE right now, and honestly, I've been trying to figure out what I want to say because part of me is just confused, and the other part is genuinely disappointed. Let's start with what happened on June 1st. Photos were posted of KATSEYE at Disney World with Scooter Braun and his family. Now, if you don't know who Scooter Braun is, he's a powerful figure in the music industry, but he's also been accused of being a Zionist and has had multiple people call him out for suspected Islamophobia. But here's the thing, KATSEYE is a group that's been marketed as global, diverse, and aware. Some of the members have even posted and spoken up about social justice topics. So when you're seen publicly with someone like Scooter Braun, it sends a very mixed message. You can't stand for equality and liberation while also being linked to people who are accused of actively standing against those same values. That's not activism, that's branding. People found out that Daniela's mom follows Donald Trump on social media, and I know someone's going to say it's just a follow, but come on, this isn't like following a random celebrity, this is following someone who has done real harm to Black, Latino, Muslim, immigrant, and LGBTQ+ communities, on policy levels, not just with words. Donald Trump is not a neutral political figure. He's someone who has built a platform off division, from the Muslim ban, to the way he handled racial protests, to calling immigrants animals. There is a long, painful list of things he's done that show exactly what he believes. So when someone connected to a public figure, especially a parent of someone in a rising girl group, supports him, it's worth talking about. People are allowed to question this, especially when KATSEYE has members of color, fans of color, and young girls who look up to them. It may not be Daniela's fault directly, but this is where public image and real-life responsibility overlap, because silence around this kind of stuff only helps the people doing harm. At the very least, it deserves a conversation, a moment of clarity, something other than brushing it under the rug and pretending it's irrelevant. Now, let's talk about this Ice Spice collab. I'm just going to say it plainly. This is not the move, not just because Ice Spice has lost a lot of the momentum she had in 2023, but because she has been repeatedly called out for being a colorist. There are receipts, there are tweets, there are interviews where she's ignored dark-skinned girls and made comments that just don't sit right. Ice Spice benefits heavily from proximity to blackness in her music, style, and image, yet she's been accused of talking down on women who are darker than her, even making jokes or dismissive comments that play directly into anti-black beauty standards. So when you see KATSEYE, a group that claims to be inclusive and global, choosing to align themselves with her, it makes you question who's really running the show, because this feels less like a genuine partnership and more like a calculated move to break into the US market by attaching themselves to someone with name recognition, whether or not that name comes with baggage. And let's be real, it does come with baggage. Ice Spice hasn't been at the top of the game in a minute. Her buzz died down long before she pivoted to making weird and serious joke songs, so from a musical standpoint, this isn't even a smart business move, it's just a shallow one. So what does this all mean? It means KATSEYE is at a real turning point. This group has so much potential, but the decisions being made around them are not matching that potential. From Scooter Braun, to the Ice Spice collab, to the confusing award show rollouts and the careless social media follows, it's becoming clearer that their team is prioritizing exposure over ethics and image over impact. I don't want this to become a hate train, that's not the goal. But when fans speak up about these things, it's not because we're trying to bring them down, it's because we want better, because we know they can do better. KATSEYE still has time to course correct, but the clock is ticking, and if they don't want to lose the very fans who helped them rise in the first place, they need to start showing us who they really are, and who they don't stand with.